What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back. I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. Now, the smoke is starting to clear. And there's been some surprises in the Tyre Nichols case. One hand, you got the four remaining officers of the Scorpion unit saying, hey, we're going to stick to our guns, go to trial, both in the feds and both in the state. Court dates have came out today. No turning back. Trial dates are set. We also had another surprise where Desmond Mills Jr., like Preston Hempfield, has agreed to testify against the other four co-workers, members of the Scorpion team. Now, ever since Tyre Nichols' story has hit and the video had surfaced that really woke up a lot of people around the world, a lot of anger and stuff has been centered towards the chief of police, and rightfully so in my book. When you're a leader, it's your job to put in place from something that you built or some type of idea that you came up with a specialized unit or whatever it is your responsibility to put people in place to make sure what you want this thing to be is carried out to the letter. So you can't take no blame from yourself. Now, I come at CJ, I don't know this lady from a can of paint. I come at CJ Davis from a perspective of her job position, not who she is. She might be a nice woman, but still, whether you're nice or not, you got a job title that taxpayers pay, and you have responsibilities as said leader. I was in the military. A good leader in the military knows that those under you are still your responsibility, and they don't deflect and separate themselves from other people that are working under them. A lot of times they take the brunt of it because that's just how it is. But for some odd reason, and this is a big reason I have, where I have a big problem with her, is she deflects things or tries to distance herself from something like she's not in the same damn boat. Guys, now that this trial is set, one of their own that was, picked in one of her units and stuff like that has turned against her. They got this, the Civil Rights Pattern and Practice investigation ran by the FBI. FBI then came to the city and all this other stuff. Public embarrassment, state embarrassment. You seen the state of Tennessee even tell the city of Memphis, hey, don't separate them in trial because they all equally guilty. One thing you see is a bunch of standing on the sidelines, cutting bait, looking at them like they was never part of something that she created. She's guilty too. And something needs to happen. Does she need to go to prison? I don't know. But I think she needs to step down, and she's already shown more than once in more than one city that she is not the one that should be at the forefront of leadership when dealing with organizations of law and order. Now I'm going to tell you something. The basis of this video is this. Now that everybody's going to court, some people are disgruntled. Some people know about her and some of the stuff she let them do. In fact, all of them know because they was out there doing it. They also know that how she turned her back and cut bait from them. This is the next thing. You cannot tell me she is not sitting up there thinking right now, if the flames will reach her. And I think they will. This is what I'm talking about. If you look at this whole thing, Scorpion unit and everything, that was caused that caused, the demise of Tyre Nichols. It came from her. She birthed that. And on top of that, I want you guys to pay attention. A lot of us have jobs that are corporate jobs. We watch movies where they're corporate people and you have higher ups. They're trying to extinguish these cops and get them chewed up in the meat grinder as fast as they can without anybody exposing anything else above their heads. You cannot tell me when these guys, when they did that thing where, and this came out of the blue, guys, remember this? In the Memphis News, they're trying to get rid of the civil suit. And then part of the civil suit, them getting rid of, they don't want the chief of police to have to take what? The stand. Why would they bring her up? Citing that the civil suit Tyre Nichols' parents filed was bogus, don't have nothing to do with the city, but you also try to say it don't have nothing to do with the chief of police. Come on, man. Come on. That's the first eyebrow raiser right there. I'm going to tell you why. She's the top cop. She brought this thing into existence. She got a track record of bringing stuff into existence that blows up in her face and other people pay for it. This is no different. In fact, this one really is the worst one because it sparked national outrage. So how is she away from that? She's sitting up there with them higher ups. She know how to play that Machiavellian game, that Game of Thrones. She know how to play it. Do not be surprised. And like I said, you watch these corporate movies where it's always a sacrificial lamb. Field Lieutenant Dwayne Smith. He was allowed to gracefully bow out. A lot of people said something about it. Don't be surprised if before they try to get her on the stand, between now and the trial dates, all of a sudden, some rogue, random new player comes to the game and it's some type of lieutenant over top of the Scorpion unit or somebody in the higher ups that all of a sudden is responsible and is tied to what they did to Tyre Nichols under her. And all of a sudden, here she come as the forefront exposing them. Watch. You see how the people play these corporate games. When the flames start getting high enough, they all standing up there. They're going to push somebody down there to see if it extinguishes the smoke and flame. This is a normal tactic. Do not be surprised if a new person just comes out of nowhere and they just get indicted or they just get caught up in something where they're fired and all of a sudden, this is somebody we never seen. It comes out of left field. It's a new figure in the game. And all of a sudden, they're attached to them and it's a scandal. He knew or she knew that the Scorpion unit was doing this, new developments about this new officer being under arrest. Watch. And I know y'all like, Steve, you going off the handle with this. I'm just telling you the game that's being played. She will sacrifice somebody else under her. Because remember, she gets paid a certain amount of wage. So do the people under her. Remember when we was talking about the salary and it was strange? She get a raise, they get a raise. Every time. One of them going to have to go. Remember, the people want answers. You can't tell me you have 5 dirty cops running around doing this stuff. Then when their faces was on TV, people come en masse. You got to get rid of all these cases because these cops lied. You got them on record of lying on police reports, but they still had jobs and you claim they rogue? Watch. Don't be surprised all of a sudden it's a rogue supervisor coming out. Oh, he was rogue. We didn't know. He was the Scorpion. They might say something stupid like, they were just running around. It was a plan. They were just going around intimidating people. Like, okay, now they on the public side again. People is something they don't want out. People don't want, is some reason they're keeping her there. She serves some type of purpose, whether it's a figurehead because of her color or whatever, I don't know. Or they just like her. You know what I'm saying? Hey, protect CJ. Let's keep her up here. But when the heat comes, and it's coming, because this right here is the tip of surprises that have just been sprung on us. You know, with all that's happened so far, the trial date is set now. Remember, they still got motions and we got a lot of distance. You're going to start seeing, remember the investigation and stuff like that is going on? It's going to be more and more in the news. Nobody wants their name up there or tied to this. She's going to be tied to it because she's the top cop. Watch. Somebody going to just pop up out of nowhere and be a scapegoat. They got rogue officers, and next they're going to have what? A rogue supervisor. You watch me. I'm going to leave it at that. Just pay attention. I just said it. Watch some person just magically come up, whether it's Field Lieutenant Dwayne Smith. They done found something on him with the Tyre Nichols case, and now he's back in the mix and he in trouble. Or they're going to get one of her big wigs that's under her as a sacrificial lamb, and they're going to cut bait. You're going to have rogue officers and a rogue lieutenant or rogue something. Watch. It's just a game that's being played. I'm just saying. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. She will not go easily. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay tuned.